A very powerful speech, and one aimed in equal measure at a domestic audience and at Hosni Mubarak and at the people of Egypt. His message to Hosni Mubarak, as he said, was listen to the demands of your people for change. And remember, he said, that these people fighting for change are humans and they're also your brothers. And perhaps in an acknowledgement of the moment in history that the President of Egypt now stands on, he said, we are all mortal, Mr. Mubarak. We are all going to die one day, and then we will have to answer in the next life to what actions we took here on earth. To the people of Egypt, he said, you are right to fight for your cultural rights, for your freedoms, but do not resort to violence. A sense here of apprehension in Turkey that this could take two roads at this moment. One towards a more democratic Turkey, the more democratic Egypt, which Turkey would obviously be pleased to see, and the other way, of course, to anarchy and violence, which Turkey does not want to see. But what's interesting about this speech today is that the Turkish government up till now have been strangely silent on this issue, whether it was because they felt it was not their place to make a comment, to be seen to be interfering in Egyptian politics, or, as is more likely, that Turkey simply didn't know how to read the situation or what to say or how to look forward. And the government had come under some serious criticism by this morning, even from newspapers who take a very pro-government line here, at the strange vacuum in comment, in observation, in constructive dialogue. And today the Prime Minister has stepped in front of Parliament and gone some way towards answering that.
He said some very powerful words, but give us an idea of how important the support of Turkey is to the Egyptian people, and how much it would matter to Mubarak himself, given the relations between Turkey and Egypt.
Well, it's very complex. Turkey, as you know, has been stepping up and playing an increasing role. It's even more ambitious to play a larger role, but whether it's succeeding in doing that or not is a point of debate here. But Turkey is getting more involved in the Middle East. But the country it perhaps has the least dealings with is Egypt. And in fact, the rhetoric has been that up to a point, Egypt has been in some ways resentful of the fact that Turkey has stepped forward, because Egypt sees itself as the predominant power in the region and the one with the greatest influence and the greatest say. But Turkey has had this role, but Turkey has not been intimately involved with Egypt itself.
Anita, very, very briefly, how closely are the Turkish people watching this?
Well, it's interesting. The Turkish people actually feel quite distant from this. There are groups of people in Turkey, the left-wing groups, the Islamic groups, who feel a tremendous sense of kinship and brotherhood with what's going on in Egypt. But because, in a sense, Turkey is much further down the road than Egypt is, because they have dealt and are dealing to a large degree with the problems of an authoritarian state, with the problems of an overly powerful military, and because Turkey does have, as Prime Minister Erdoğan reminded President Obama when he spoke to him in the last 36 hours, that Turkey does have the most functioning democracy in the region. Turkey kind of feels that the problems that Egypt is facing are inevitable, but ones they were going to come to, and that Turkey is past that. Symbolically in Egypt, I think Turkey represents something quite different to some groups in Egypt, if indeed they stop at the moment to even think about what Turkey thinks.
Okay,
and that
Anita,
is that Turkey has been able to make the democratic model work.
Our correspondent Anita McNaught in Istanbul. Thank you very much.